Welcome back to another edition of Keys to the Game. In this segment, we're going to be talking about recovery. Now, before we get started, like always, if you guys can do me a huge favor and hit the like and subscribe button. This is Keys to the Game, where I give you all the keys that you need to be a successful overseas basketball player. And today's subject is going to be mainly around recovery. Recovery is so important to a player's lifespan. How you take care of your body dictates your longevity in the game. I know it's obvious to say that. I know you hear it. I know most trainers and coaches or whatever, or the limelight of sports and social media tell you all the importance of taking care of your body and doing this and doing that. But let's be honest. How many guys are actually really taking their recovery to an elite level? What's up, guys? I just dropped my new ebook, 6 Must-Have Steps to Be an Overseas Basketball Player. You know, I've been playing for the last 9 years. I got all the steps and the traits that you need to start your journey with networking, with getting mentored, all the things that you need to start your journey to be a protege. So go get that ebook, click the link in the bio, and make sure you get your steps to being that overseas pro one day. Let's go. There's levels to a lot of things. And if you want to be a pro, you have to have a pro level recovery to sustain and be a pro for a long time. Because if your body breaks down, how can you perform? And this is a performance sport. Everything about the sport is all performance. It's how you are able to jump and run and execute on the court. If your body is not can keep up with all that you're asking of it, how can you have a long career? How can you have a career, period? Speaking from someone that has torn meniscus, that had bone on bone, that had nerve damage in the knee and inflammation, coming from a doctor telling me, hey, you'll never play again. I took the notion to understand, okay, maybe I should start really taking care of my health a little bit better. Maybe I should really focus on more stretching and more recovery and equipment for recovery, because it was always about just hit the weight room, go hoop, hit the weight room, go hoop. Yes, the weight room is very important, and that is a part of keeping your body maintained, but it's the stretching, it's the foam rollers. For example, the foam rollers, I have one right here. It's the hard ball that you use to get the bottom of your feet. It's the massages that you go for. And like, this is the ball I was talking about, hard ball. You put it underneath your feet, you roll it underneath your feet, because of how much you ever had that problem at the bottom of your feet when you're playing and running and jumping for so long, you start developing problems with your feet. Understanding the tendencies and the nature of the sport that you play in and the things that come along with it. What are the most common injuries for basketball players? Ankles, knees, hamstrings, lower back. These are typically the things that that most athletes, especially in basketball, deal with. Jumper's knee. Most players, most athletes deal with the same thing. So you have to have the right equipment to help you. You can't just only have a stem machine. Gotta have a stem machine, because once you get hurt, twisted ankle or something, you want to put that stem on it, put that ice on it, reduce that inflammation. There's so many different things that you can use to help that are very inexpensive most of the time, but it doesn't really matter the expense. Is it worth it or not? How serious are you about your career? How serious are you about your body? How well do you want to play and keep up your level of productivity? It depends on your body, because if your body goes down in one area, your level of productivity is not going to be high, because you're just not healthy. I always use the example of LeBron. LeBron spends $1 million a year on his body. $1 million a year on his body. What are you spending to help you with your body? It has to come at no expense. Like, you have to find a way. You have to find a way. I was fortunate this past month or this past summer to team up with this company that sells compression boots. The compression boots are great for athletes, especially for basketball players, because we're on our feet every single day. I just literally got off the phone with one of my close friends who's playing in Argentina right now. He's just talking about, man, I got to go to sleep because I got to get some rest for this second practice. I'm getting weights, then I got to shoot around, and then I got another practice at night. That's a lot of time on your leg, on your feet, doing a lot of extraneous working out, especially when you first start off as a younger kid in college, high school. You're doing a lot of this work with no treatment. You're just running off of energy and running off of I'm young. As you get older, things start to wear down and break down because you're putting your body through a very, very extraneous motion all the time. So it's very important to maintain, and if not prevent, a lot of stuff that happens before it happens, because you are putting a lot of pressure on your body. I cannot stress that enough of what you do to help your body will help you in your career and your longevity. 1 million a year from LeBron. What are we doing? What are we doing? I have this also. I use this. This is a stretching board. Last season, I took this with me everywhere. I made sure I get an extra bag. I packed this with me. All the road trips, everywhere I went, I took this. Trainer walked in, he seen it, he was like, good. Because he knows the importance of taking care of your body after practices, after games, the things that you do, the stretching. I can't believe, it's amazing to me, it's mind-blowing to me how many guys don't stretch. So many guys do not stretch. They stretch about 5 minutes and call it a day. That's no, bare minimum 30 minutes a day, 5 days out of the week, dang near a day. You should be stretching at least 30 minutes a day. Even go look up Kobe, go look up LeBron, go look up Jordan, the best of the best, and they're going to talk about how stretching, you have to stretch your body. That's the only way you can get blood flow through the areas in your body that needs help, from protecting it from these injuries, from these little knickknacks. It's always one of those little knickknack injuries that you get that holds you back, that turns into something bigger. Because we're not doing the things to help it heal faster or heal properly. We're just, it hurts a little bit, let me pop a couple pills and then go out here and keep playing and keep putting more pressure on it, more pressure on it. You got to understand that the blood flow that we get from our body that goes to those areas is really constricted because we're doing so much extraneous work. That's why I'm so glad to be partnering up with this company that offers these air compression boots. Like, you can even tell they're brand new. They don't even have a label on them. They don't even have a label on this air compression boots. You feel me? But these, especially for basketball players, why I love these ones, because if you've ever used any type like this, the pressure is not very strong. And it doesn't go all the way up my leg because I'm 6'7". And so I'm just too tall to even fit inside the normal boots that the chiropractor or the keener, they call it keener in Spanish, that they offer. With these ones are made to fit a 7-footer. Like, they go all the way up my leg, all the way to like the hip area. So it gets to all the foot, all the legs, all the way up. So you're getting that full treatment at full pressure. It's the exact same company from the guys that make Normatec. China made, straight from the plug. I was just blessed to get the opportunity to just work with them. They reached out to me. Guys said, hey man, we're starting this company. Here go 2 pairs. These boots cost $700. Go look up how much the normal air compression boots cost. $600 to $700. Here goes 2 free. I'm like, thank you. Because I was just about to buy these. I was just about to buy something like these because I understand what you need for your body. I understand. I stretch. I got the stretching board. I got the foam roller. I got the stem machine. I got the air compression boots. I go to drive 2 hours to go get special treatment on my knees. Putting the money, putting the work into your body will take you further. My career was almost cut short because I didn't have I wasn't taking care of my body the right way. Especially after my surgery, I understood so much more about my body. I understood so much more because I realized the recovery, what I needed to do to prevent for future. Because once something happens, it's only going to get weaker. You twist an ankle, the ankle gets weaker. You hurt your knee, it gets weaker. So the type of exercise that you used to do for speed and agility and stuff, those are different than compared to the exercises that you must do for maintenance and prevention. Strengthening certain muscles in the leg, the tibialis, around the ankle, stretching certain stretches, certain dynamic stretches. I don't have all the answers to every single thing, but I know there's one thing called YouTube. If you're watching this on the video, guess what you're watching on YouTube to what? Learn something, get information. It's the same thing, so there's really not no excuse because we live in the age of information. Giving y'all information right now. I'm really proud to work with these because these allow me to have so much. They activate all the blood in your legs, and that's what's going to help with the recovery process. It's an everyday thing. I use this joint like 6-7 days out of the week. Especially after a good workout. You got to think about it. When you go from working in the morning, then another practice after that, then you take a break, then you got another practice after that, and you don't do nothing for your legs. You barely stretch and don't do nothing. Hey, in the beginning, it might be like, okay, first week or two or whatever when you're young, whatever. But add that up over 6-7 years. And that's why most guys' careers get cut short. Because they're not spending the money on their body. They're not doing what they need to do to get the correct recovery that they need. They're not investing in things like this. Yeah, I was blessed, but I was going to get one regardless. That was just, I guess, my law of attraction of saying that I need to get one, and then someone contacted me saying, hey, I got one for you. Matter of fact, I got two for you. So I am the plug for these guys. If you guys need one, hit me up, write me, DM me, whatever, and I can get you one for cheaper than... Go look up Normatech right now and look how much the price is for one of these. And this is the same company that make those. They're all, just read the box. They'll tell you exactly where they got it from. Made in China. I just looked at the production line today of them dropping. I'm talking about they're dropping so many of these. Hit me up if you need one. It ain't even about if you need it. It's you need it if you want to have a long, successful career. These things of this nature helps you be more productive and have the career that you want. I had a guy who I was currently playing with not too long ago, or playing against. He contacted me because I told him I was actually hitting them up to ask how their team treatment is, to see if their whole... I want to fund the teams. I want it more for the teams, for their players, because normally the teams don't have this, especially overseas. Most teams don't have this, and if they do, it's a chiropractor who travels with the team who might have it, and if so, they got the generic off-brand joints that don't even work. You know how you go on Amazon, you got the cheapest one that's not even really that good. That's how they are. You know what I mean? And I was asking him, well, hey, how's y'all treatment? I think he was in like Paraguay. How's y'all treatment? What is y'all facilities looking like? Talked about it a little bit. I let him know, hey, I got these. I got the connection or wherever you need one. He was like, all right, cool. Maybe a week later, he hit me up. Hey, bro, I need one ASAP. I just tore my meniscus, and I know I'm going to need a lot of recovery. I know I'm going to need this to get back. Of course, you need all these things first to prevent all this from happening. Then afterwards, when you're trying to make your way back, if you don't even have the right equipment to stay on it's a constant thing. That rehabilitation, that prevention is constant. It's an everyday, all week thing. Because one mishap and it's a downward slope and you're not even getting back. It's so hard to get back after you got hurt than to keep from getting hurt. I've definitely received and been way more healthy and not getting injuries when I started working on the things to prevent the injuries before they even happen. I work on keeping my body and keeping my legs in the state to be the most productive with my stretching, with the medicine ball, with the foam roller, with the air compression boost, with the stem machine, with icing, all these things ahead of time to prevent all the things that can possibly happen, or not even possibly, will happen. There's some guys who are just blessed and never get injured and never have a major injury or nothing. But majority of players at some point in their life are going to go through a major injury. And we should be doing all that we can, especially as pros, to prevent a lot of these things from ever happening. But one, because we're making the money to support ourselves, to invest in ourselves. Are you willing to invest in yourself? Are you looking at the dollar amount, or are you looking at what it's worth for you, for your career, for your longevity, for your legacy, or are you just a player that's just out here and don't really care, and I'm just gonna ride till the wheels fall off? Listen, you got to make sure that you're taking. LeBron spends $1 million a year. If any pro player is very serious about their career, any player, if you're serious about your career, if you're serious about your sport and what you need to start learning how to prevent these injuries, taking as much preventative. I can't even say that word. Taking a lot of prevention before the problem even starts. That's where it starts. Starting before it starts. That's all I got for this segment of Keys to the Game. Guys, please take care of your body. Understand that it's a worth that you must take. It's worth it. You have to take care of your body to have a long career, to have a productive career. You cannot get to the mountaintop and get to whatever goals that you have set for yourself if you're not healthy enough to get there. It's going to be difficult trying to play 30, 40 minutes like most imports do, averaging 40 minutes when you're going to some of these countries. That's a lot of playing and wear and tear on your body. How much of that are you going to last without the accurate amount of treatment to back that up? And a lot of times, most times, I don't know what you guys think about in overseas, you think they're just going to take care of you like when you're in college and they're going to have the treatment room and they're going to have all these things just set up for you. They do not. It does not work like that. You better come with your own stuff to make sure that you're straight, because as part of being a pro, the person that's going to take care of you the most is yourself. Do not rely on no trainer. Do not rely on no physio or agent or team or organization. You have to be the sole responsible person for their career path. That's all I got for this segment. Hope you guys enjoy. Share this with someone who's really passionate and really wants to take their game to the next level and understand the nuances of rest, recovery, and restoration for their body. That's all I got. Remember, greatness is a habit, not a right. Till next time. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.